Hi everybody, so we're going to go ahead and start this look. I'm going to start with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I'm going to apply that all over my eye, and I'm going to apply it underneath my eye as well. I'm going to follow that with the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony, and I'm going to use the angled brush. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows completely with this. It's going to shape my brow really good, give it a nice soft fuller look for my brows. I really do like this. It's probably one of my favorite things that I've used. I really do enjoy it a lot. To give it a more precise definition, I'm also going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer. It's a duo, like you can see the spoolie, and it also has its the product, and I have it in brown also. I'm sorry, in ebony. So it's a 2-in-1 with the spoolie attached. I really do like that. It's pretty cool. It'll just fully define my brows once I do it with the dip brow. It just gives it a finishing touch that I really love, and I like to use both of them combined. And I'll use the spoolie so that way I can pretty much clean off the area. Now I'm going to take my blending brush, and I'm going to use the MAC Modern palette, the new one. I'm going to go ahead and use the light beige, and in circular motions apply it from my brow bone all the way down to my crease bone. After that, I'm going to use a soft brown eyeshadow, which in this case this eyeshadow is called Soft Brown from MAC, and I'm also going to put that on my crease by blending it really good into my eye in circular motions. And this is going to be pretty much like my base. After that, I'm going to go ahead and take a shader brush, and I'm going to take a deep plum color and apply that with this shader brush onto the corners of my eyes in almost like a C formation. And I'm just patting that color in, as you can see. I'm not rubbing it or anything. I'm just going to pat it in. And I'm going to apply some more to both inner corner and the outer corner. And then I'm going to put some on the top, almost like a halo. So that way the sparkly eyeshadow can be in the middle. I'm going to take another blending brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that eyeshadow that I just applied. And I'm going to buff that in nicely all the way up until my crease, so that way it just blends everything in. Just realized how shiny I am. By the way, that is the primer and the moisturizer that's shining on my face. Once I have everything nicely blended in, I'm going to take another shader brush, and it's going to be a light lavender color. And this is going to be another shader brush, and I'm going to use that to the center of my eyes like so. And I'm just going to pat that color in. Once that color is there, I'm going to use a pigment loose eyeshadow in Kitsch, which is like a soft pink. It's really sparkly, as you can see, and I'm using it with the shader brush, and the shader brush is wet. That way it gives that great application. I'm going to go ahead and take again that blending brush, and I'm going to just soften the corners, and I'm going to soften where I just applied that wet pigment onto my eyes. Once it's nicely blended, I'll go ahead and use this gold in a small brush, and I'm going to apply this gold sparkle into my inner corners of my eyes. Then I'm going to take a silver color, and we're using the same small eyeshadow, and apply that on top of the gold that I just used for my inner corners of my eyes. I'm now going to take a combination of like a stale gray and like a muted green, and using the same shader brush that I used, that purple, the plum, I'm going to do a little bit underneath my eyes and apply it like so. Now I'm going to take a white eyeliner, and I'm going to line my waterline. This is going to create a more awake and more a brighter eye. It just looks really cool too. I'm going to take an angled brush and use the black eyeshadow, and I'm very lightly going to line the top of my eyes. I don't want to apply eyeliner, but I do want something black for my lashes. So I want to, totally jamming out there. So I want to have something that will mask that lash line. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take my Becca Papaya corrector for my dark circles, and I'm going to apply that with a flat brush. As you can see, I'm using very little product, and I'm going to apply that and pretty much just blend that down so that I could cover the dark circles underneath my eyes. A little bit goes a long way. As you can see, I work the consistency of it. The more you use, the more orange it turns, but the more orange it turns, then the more coverage you will get underneath your eyes. I really do love this product. It is amazing. The results are great and it lasts all day long. I really, really, truly am a fan of it. I really love it, and I'm so happy that I found it also. I'm going to go ahead and use my Makeup Forever, and I'm going to apply that with a stippling brush all over my face. And I like to dot it all over and then just buff everything in. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything, because I normally take my beauty blender afterwards and just go over it to give it a really nice coverage and sheerness and just blend everything together. It's really, really easy, quick, you know, just something to really blend and bring everything nice and tight in. Now that I've blended everything in and continue to jam out, I'm going to pay a little bit more attention underneath my eyes, so that way I make sure I cover all of that corrector. And I'm just going to take an additional little bit more foundation on the tip of my beauty blender and just apply some more and blend it out underneath my eye like so. That way, for when I apply the concealer, it'll be just ready to go. And I'm just going to continue blending everything out. I'm going to use a dual fiber brush, and I'm just going to continue blending everything in. I like to blend everything out really, really good underneath my eyes, so that way I don't have any crease lines. So I like to go over it with a really clean brush. Now I'm going to use the Master Conceal concealer from Maybelline, which I've been trying out for the past few weeks, and I really, really like it. A little bit goes a long way. It does brighten up your eye, and it does stay put all day long. I really, really do like it, and it was under like $8. I'll have all that information for you at my blog and also underneath the video. I'm going to take my beauty blender, and I'm definitely going to blend everything with it and just tapping and blending it in onto my under eyes, so that way I can go ahead and have that nice coverage, those dark circles gone, and a nice pretty semi-natural highlight. I'm going to apply a little bit more because I do want to be a little bit more highlighted than normal, so I'm just going to apply more and just blend it out more with my beauty blender. As you can see, you can tell the difference right away once you add a concealer, how awesome that papaya corrector works underneath your eyes. I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Wonder Stix to contour, but I'm going to make a fishy face this time around, so that way I can find and precisely put that contour color on the hollows of my cheekbones. I'm now going to take a flat brush and just blend that upwards and into my skin and my face, so that way it gives me a really natural, barely there contour, but you can still see it. It's going to be really, really soft. It's not going to be anything heavy or anything like that. I'm going to use the Luster Drops from MAC in Pink Rebel, and using a stippling brush, I'm going to drop a few drops into the stippling brush, as you can see. And I'm just going to use that as a blush, and I'm going to buff that in onto the cheeks of my face, and just blend everything in nicely. Yes, that song is awesome. Once everything is blended in, I'm going to go ahead and just take the beauty beads that I have. These are bronzing beads, not beauty beads, but they're amazing too, and I sometimes just use them by myself without having any makeup on, just to give me a flush of glow. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just using a little bit so that way I can have a little bit glow. Next, I'm using the Makeup Forever setting powder and a setting brush, and I'm going to set the concealer underneath my eyes. I like to just almost dust it underneath my eyes, so that way there's no harsh lines and there's no product that's going to settle in any of the lines that I may or may not have. Now I'm going to take an angled brush, and I'm going to be using MAC's Soft and Gentle onto my cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and just brush that in on top of the pink Rebel that I just already used, and I'll put a little bit over my lips so that way I can have a nice little pout. Since I don't have fuller lips, this will bring light to my lips. I'm going to use this gold shimmer also on top of the Soft and Gentle from MAC, and also do it on my lips as well. Go ahead and apply some wispy lashes. These lashes were awesome. They were a little bit a pain to put on, but I was able to get it done. I really do love how these look. They look like very fairy lashes, and the sparkles are definitely gonna make it bring out and stand out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use mascara. I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this mascara. It's in its waterproof version. Seriously, it is like just amazing. I really do love it. It holds my natural curl for when I curl them, and it doesn't like do anything. I'm gonna take two lip liners, a Rosy and a Nude, and I'm gonna use the Rosy first on the outer corners of my lips like so. And this is gonna give an effect of fuller lips. Since I don't have super full lips, I like to overdraw a little bit and keep the focus on the middle of my lips a little bit more on the pale side or on the nude side, but still defining them. This effect is really cool, especially if you don't have fuller lips and you just want to, you know, create that illusion just like how I am. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that nude color, and I'm going to use it just in the middle of my lips and just blend it all in. As you notice, I'm not using lipstick or anything because I want this to last, since I'll be using a gloss over it just to give it more dimension. Now you can see that my lips are a little bit more fuller looking than they would have if I didn't do the double lipstick or lip pencils. I'm using the Ariana Grande lip gloss. It's really shimmery. It's going to be bringing a lot of light and attention to my lips, especially since I did the two-tone lip liners on it to create that effect of fuller lips, as you can see. Now I'm going to go ahead and use these little body crystals, and I'm going to use some lash glue to apply them to the corners of my eye like so. They look really cute. It's really simple, really fun, really easy. And it does make you feel a little bit whimsical. I'm not gonna lie, I do love the little rhinestones. Once they're applied, just make sure by pressing them with your finger that they're there and they're not gonna be moving, and you're done. It's such a cute look. I love it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Have a good one.